How's it going, everyone? This is MOS Tricks, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the #1 Venom player in the world right now, NoWindex, sitting at Celestial level 1. And this is a character that we don't see very often, especially at the highest level of play, but right off rip, he's wasting zero time trying to get in here, using his swing to get into the mix and try and make some space immediately. One of the biggest things about Venom for sure as well is that he is going to be someone who is diving, obviously, but he wants to try and scare players into looking at him, being like, oh my god, he's in the back line, he's going crazy, we have to do something. And he says, just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna try and take as much space as I possibly can because of course he's a dive tank. And as of right now, yes, we have the Hulk, but this is the truest dive tank that we have. He's gonna be swinging in, trying to knock up the enemy players as much as we possibly can using his dive, which is his F on the keyboard, and then trying to do some damage. If we're able to get some kills, then that's fantastic, but for the most part, we are just trying to be a menace. We're trying to terrify the enemy into backing up and trying to protect their healers. If we're able to get picks, yes, this character is unbelievably strong if he's landing headshots. As of right now, he is the only tank that has the ability to land headshots for that multiplier to do twice the damage, doing 160 damage if he lands all of his tendrils on somebody's head. As I say, getting yanked into the enemy team from the Invisible Woman right there and going to go down. Unfortunately, gonna have a reset here, but very, very quickly able to get that first point. So here we are right now, just resetting, trying to get back in the mix as much as we possibly can. It's one of the things too you're gonna notice as well. I'm kind of surprised by this, but this is why I'm not a Celestial level Venom, but he does use his swing a lot to engage. One of the things that I've tried my best to do is use my dive, use the walls to get in as much as I can. But he just does not care. He's trying to get into the mix, and as you can see, the enemy Psylocke is using their ult right now, so they have no ability to protect the healers, so he's gonna go after them, kind of timing his dive with the enemy being aggressive, which is super smart to do. So just as they think, okay, now we're gonna try and make a play, he's in the back line. Now everybody's busy doing their own thing, and he's now jumping on the healers, jumping on the enemies as much as he can. But as I say right now, unfortunately, his entire team is in shambles. He is kind of by himself, so he's gonna have to back up here. We have the enemy Starlord also popping his ult, so we gotta be careful. If we're able to get a pick, this would be insane. But we're gonna have to try and back up here because we're talking about Starlord here versus Venom. It's gonna be trouble, and just like that, unfortunately, we are gonna be going down, having to reset. So we are resetting once again, swinging all the way in, not caring, just jumping right on the healers. And that's one of the things too, is he does have the sustain with his E ability. The lower that his health is, the better his E actually works as far as giving him more shield. Diving in here, gonna have a swing up if he gets a little bit in trouble. Still going deeper, using his swing to get even further into the backline, pulling all this attention. One of the things too, guys, you never see this on the stat sheet, is how much aggro your character actually pulls that allows the rest of your team to push up. There is no stat for drawing attention. If you jump onto the enemy team and everyone focuses you, and it allows your team to get their ult, push up, get healing, allow one of your teammates to get out of a fight and not die and have to reset. None of that is on the stat sheet. And right now, NoWindex is actually putting on a clinic as far as keeping the team very, very focused on him. As I say that though, a little bit of a scary spot, but able to actually close out the majority of the enemy team and get a reset here. Gonna be taking this point. Here we are, just wasting zero time, getting right into the mix. And guys, like I had mentioned before, I'm gonna say it over and over again. Venom is not interested in getting kills. He's interested in having everybody look at the big shiny blue guy and say, you know what? You can't kill me. As soon as you get close to me, I'm just gonna run away. I'm gonna put on as much damage as I can, scare you guys into trying to protect your healers. But as soon as you think I'm almost dead, or maybe you're gonna try and do your job, the rest of our team is now pulled up, and guess who's out? Also, almost getting this Invisible Woman, but she was able to escape with her life very narrowly there, I will say. And here we're gonna have to reset, unfortunately. We have the cloak ult going down, so we're gonna have to be careful, just backing up. Unfortunately, we're gonna be losing our Groot as well too. So here looks like a full reset. Magneto said, get the hell out of here, bro. Get out of here. Sorry for cussing, I will say. Sorry for cussing, but he said, I want you guys to reset fully. We kind of have a strange comp as well too. We have a Spider-Man and a Black Widow. I understand the Spider-Man for sure. The Black Widow, I'm not sure who that's for. I suppose we could be using the Black Widow for the more turrets to try and make our dive a little bit stronger, because I think she can one-shot the squids as well too. So I understand that a little bit with the Spider-Man and the Venom. Unfortunately, gonna get hooked. Gonna have to get out of there, saving our swing just for a situation just like that, able to reset. Also getting ulted by basically everybody. Gotta be extremely careful here. Namor not gonna be getting the kill on us either. Right now, we are just a menace. Uh-oh, Venom, or sorry, not Venom, Wolverine in shambles. Our Spider-Man gonna be taking down the Namor as well. Now, once again, we are right up in the mix. basically at their spawn, but then, once again, of course, just kidding. He's simply just a joker, bro. He just is a joker, trying to get in, make that space, and then just dip. Playing a little bit of height right here. And that's one of the things, too, is that Venom, like I said, he's very strong. He is a strong character if you can land your shots. But the biggest thing that he has right now is he slows with his right click as well, too. Just tickling these backliners, trying to get the healers. Once again, we have our ult. Going back to the card, trying to keep a little bit more pressure here. Missing our swing, unfortunately, swinging into the wall. Actual chaos on the streets. Back on the healers again. Getting pulled in by Bucky. He's going to go back to the spawn. Definitely terrified for his life. We got our ult popping. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to catch anybody with that. More so just using it to escape at this point. Bucky in shambles. Whole team going down on the defense. Magneto getting slept. And just like that, going to get that first point or first round relatively convincingly. So here we are on defense. Let's see what happens here. So we have Spider-Man still on our team. We have literally the exact same team comp again. We have confidence in our players, and right away we're diving. We're getting straight into the mix. The idea here, I believe, would be to try our best to just slow down the push. If we have the ability to kill a healer, that's great, but if we have less players on cart because they are worried about their backline, their push is going to be super slow, which is going to be our strategy going forward. Right there, actually getting 2 picks already. They get 3 picks, 4 picks now. Take a look at the kill feed. The other team, the enemy team that's on attack, is in absolute shambles. Going to be a reset for them. So huge picks coming out right away. And all this chaos is one of the things a lot of players are not used to at the low level, at the mid level, even at the highest level right now. We're so used to the Hawkeye, the Hela, the Storm, the Star-Lord. The players are more of a Punisher as well too, a lot more poke. But when you find a very competent dive team, it is rough if you don't know what to do. It is horrible if you don't know what to do. Throw a Black Panther in the mix and you basically don't get to play. Right here, you're going to have to push back a little bit here. We had our healer go down. Cabbage, the Mantis, unfortunately went down, so we got to be careful. You have to respect that. We're getting some push back now from the offense, making something happen here. It's one of the things as well too is we are not running a shield tank, so we are a little bit more susceptible for our healers getting picked off in a very unfortunate fashion. Sometimes, I will say, Magneto popping his ult. Gotta be careful here. Now we have the Cloak using her ult. The reason why I'm pointing out the ults that are going out is not just because I want to say the ults and it's fun to talk about ults, but more so that we're tracking what is going to be out of the mix for the next fight. Because when the whole team uses their ults, they're more often than not going to win a fight like they just did. So they're going to be pushing here, getting the first point, resetting. But now we know for a fact they only have Invisible Woman ult and Namor ult. Everything else got used right there, so we can be pretty aggressive for a pretty long time. We also have our own ult right now too. So here we are pushing back up again. Going to be setting up on height right here. Might go to the window. No, we're going to use the wall. Go straight for the dive, straight for the dagger. We're going to be using our ult, giving a little bit of that munchy munch. Trying to see what we can do. And of course, they're going to pop an ult right there. Once again, okay, pulled back in. He said, no, where do you think you're going, buddy? Where are you going, buddy? So, unfortunately, actually going to get us to the Namor turrets. Or either we might have actually got sniped right there by Namor, unfortunately. But one of the big things about Venom as well, too, is that his ult doesn't actually kill. What it does is it takes half, 50% of the enemy's health and just makes it disappear. That's the main thing it does. It takes half of their health and says it's gone now. On top of that as well, it has the knock-up, so it has a bit of CC as well, so the enemy can't just escape or dash away or whatever. They have to go through that entire knock-up animation, which can be sometimes enough of an opportunity for another player to actually get a kill or to escape pressure or jump on them and finish up what Venom started. A lot of chaos here, so much damage going in, but also the Invisible Woman ult on our team going down, so we're able to get some picks. 3 picks on the board. Namor running for his life. And that's going to be a full reset. If you take a look at the top left of your screen, everybody was down. And we're going to be able to set up here on defense, pushing up to the window. And speaking of ults, we used our ult originally to force out a defensive ult, but here comes everybody in a portal, and now they have many ults popping. They got Star-Lord, they got Strange, they got Invisible Woman, so this is going to be very tough for us to win right here. We have 2 ults of our own on deck. We got the Bucky and the Groot, but this is going to be chaos. Unfortunately, Star-Lord just putting in that work. So difficult to deal with him. Although he doesn't get any overshield, for whatever reason, it feels like he is unkillable in his ult. He's so fast and just looks at you and literally has aimbot. Very difficult to deal with. Unfortunately here, the offense is going to get their second point, and now we're on the final stretch of this map. Here we are, Windex wasting no time, just swinging in, saying, yo, I don't need my swing, bro. Watch this. I'm jumping right on everybody. I have my ult, I have my overshield, I have my healers keeping me alive as well too. I also got pushed away by the invisible woman. I always feel like that push is so disrespectful. She's just it's the schoolyard bully, just both hands on the chest, pushing you away. Like, back up, buddy. Here comes the ult right here. Gonna be popping something. I'm not sure if the enemy popped an ult right there trying to protect themselves. There goes the dagger ult. So now we are standing in fire. We do have our invisible woman shield that was next to us for a second, but now we're behind the team. A little bit standing in fire. Gotta be careful here. A little bit separated. We also have Star-Lord. We're kind of in a duel right here, kind of in a dangerous spot. We're gonna have to reset, just escaping, using our E to get our armor back and try to stay alive. We're gonna get a pick right there from Groot. A pick from our Wolverine as well. 2 Strain taking out our Mantis, so it's going to be rough. But we do have an opportunity to try and at least force them back a little bit here. Invisible Woman keeping us alive. Okay. Just playing the wall for a second. And like I said, guys, at the highest levels of play, it doesn't really matter what character you play as. There are few characters that want to play more patient at the highest level. But for the most part, you're going crazy. I almost said, guys, I almost cussed twice in one video. I apologize already. Sorry for cussing that I didn't even do. But you want to play so aggressive. You have to be in their face like crazy, landing your shots and just causing chaos for the enemy team. Big pick right there. 2 big picks. We got the Invisible Woman and the Namor. We're looking for the Cloak and Daggers. He's going to escape to the spawn. But guys, we are shoving like crazy right now. Like I said, guys, the aggression is crazy. And one of the things too, I want to point this out, we have an Invisible Woman on our team, but they are still staying close enough to actually heal and keep us alive. One of the big things we're doing too is if we are in danger, we know where our healers are, so we're able to swing back to them, get healing, and then go right back in, just like this. There's the ult popping. Dagger not in the ult, kind of isolated by themselves, being saved by the Invisible Woman. Good play on the enemy team to try and keep them alive so they could actually make it into the ult and survive. And unfortunately, the majority of our team going down. You hear the magical words, legendary. I know it haunts your dreams. Don't lie to me. I know all of you guys that are watching this right now, you've had legendary screams in your nightmares because of what just happened right there. So we're going to be resetting, but we're on the wrong side of town right now. We are behind the entire team. They don't realize that, though. We're jumping on the healers once again. They thought they were safe for a second. Invisible Woman popping the shield, trying to keep them alive. And right here, we have basically no health. We only have our overshield, so we're going to have to try and reset here, get back to our healers. Get some health, and jump back in. See if we can get a cap right here. We are going to cap the cart and just slow it down, get it to go backwards here. Going to get a full reset. Diving in right away. Guys, the aggression is outrageous. Because here's the thing. It's one thing to play this aggressive, but it's another thing to actually be able to live when you're playing this aggressively. Because we are jumping in like crazy, getting our slows. Bucky kind of going crazy. Got to be careful here. Unfortunately, going to get stuck right there on the side wall, but once again, able to escape. Of course, our healers are doing their job. They're keeping us alive immaculately. As I say it, got to be super careful here. And I think, oh my God, able to make it all the way back to the spawn. He said, yes, you know what? Healers, I love you, but I'm going to the spawn room. For anyone that doesn't know, if you step into the spawn room, you will be basically instantly healed. So very smart play to go there rather than going down, allowing their healers, allowing his healers to actually focus on somebody else, try and keep them alive, because he is so fast with that swing, able to get back into the game or into the mix very quickly and not waste any time or go down. Oh my God, able to shut down the Star-Lord. Finally, that's a huge play. A huge play. Some would say massive. A massive play coming out from the Venom right there to shut down that ult. And this could be the game right here. As a matter of fact, it is. And just like that, Windex playing the Venom, the Celestial 1 is going to be taking the dub with the rest of the team. And with that, NoWindex with 25 kills, 5 deaths, 1 assist, and 38,000 damage blocked. But the number one thing I want you guys to take away, and hopefully if Windex ever sees this video, he can appreciate this just as much as we did, and that is the amount of disruption caused. It does not show that on the stat sheet, but this man made space for his team without a shield. Great stuff coming out from NoWindex. And guys, if you enjoyed the video and learned something new, please be sure to subscribe to the channel as I'm going to be dropping videos like this daily. And once again, this is MOS Trick saying thanks for watching the video and have a great rest of your day.